Welcome back to Tutorial Tidbits and welcome to my channel. I'm Elizabeth St. Hilaire and this week I have something super exciting to share. I have been keeping this under wraps for months now and I'm really excited to finally be able to announce and to show you a preview of my brand new foam stamp designs with ArtFoamies. They are called Free Range and they are a series of chickens and roosters and chicks. They are adorable. They come in beautiful shapes and fun designs, and I think you're really going to enjoy them. So if you've got a few minutes, please stay till the end of the video because I'm going to show you how I stamp all of them and how they all work in multicolor as individual pieces and parts and together pieces and parts, and there's just a lot of combinations. So stay till the end of the video, and if you've got a few minutes, let's go check it out. So today I am super excited to announce that I have a new set of foam stamps with ArtFoamies. They were inspired by a recent couple of trips for me home back to Massachusetts where my brother and his family raised chickens. And they have been raising chickens since they were tiny chicks, and now they've got eggs and they've got new chickens from the old chickens and roosters. And it was just so much fun to watch his kids be so excited through this project of learning about chickens and then building the coop and then figuring out how to heat it and deal with them being free range part of the time and etc. etc. I thought it was such an amazing process for the kids to learn, and I enjoyed it as well. So I want to introduce you to the free range new set of ArtFoamies stamps designed by me. So I'm just going to show them today. I'm just going to launch them and announce them and show you what they look like. So in the set are two large chickens, so a rooster and a chicken, that are pieces and parts, very similar to the peacock collection that we did. So here's the first one. This is the rooster. Let's get this in here. So he is made up of the body and the wing and the tail and the headpiece and the feet. So he's pieces and parts. He's awesome to play with for creating a large rooster that you can color in different colors, because you can stamp. You can use, today I'm just going to use stamp pads to show these to you, but there's many other ways to add color, including acrylic paint and Derwent Inkten sticks, watercolor, water-soluble graphite pencil. There's tons of ways to apply color to individual areas of this. Today I'm just going to use stamp pads to keep it simple to launch the designs. But what I love about this is you can use this piece separately for painting paper. You can use this piece separately for painting paper. You could use this piece separately for painting paper. So I not only did I make them in pieces and parts so that you could stamp the rooster in multicolor, but I also made it in pieces and parts so there would be two ways you could use it, as a rooster and also as decorative foam stamps. So that way I think you get the most mileage for your money. So let me set this guy aside, and the next one is the chicken. That is the large chicken that is in pieces and parts. And KP did such a nice job with these stamps. She took my designs and then she ran with them and she made them better. She improved them and made the pieces and parts divide in better ways and flip them in better directions. So I love our collaboration, my collaboration with ArtFoamies. So here's the chicken. So the chicken has the little waddle and the tail and the back end. Let's see how this goes together. You would think I would figure it out. Probably like that. Yeah, there we go. And then a wing. And this curl has got an opposite little curl that goes over the other side, or here, or here. Probably the opposite side of this one. And then the feet. I think I've done that right. Let's see. Here's our cheat sheet. This is the little individual. So no, I didn't do it right. All right, so this comes here. It's like a little puzzle. And then this comes down to the flat part. And then this comes around here. This is up here. Turn this a little bit. There we go. And the feet. And the other curl is right here. Luckily I had my little cheat sheet. So that's the pieces and parts rooster. Again, you can do all these elements in separate colors this way. And also you can use the elements as decorative stamping tools as well. So I'm just going to slide that one over here. And then there's the set of them. If you're not into the pieces and parts and you want a smaller set to make cards with or to decorate envelopes with, you've got the rooster and chicken medium size that are all one. So these are great fun for stamping envelopes and cards and things like that. Art projects, art journaling, putting them in your art journal, all kinds of things. And then, as if that wasn't amazing enough, we've got 3 little chicks. So we've got 3 little chicks that come as a set. And they are also going to be fun for stamping, for making paper, because they've got some fun patterns on them. And they can go with either the little roosters or the big pieces and parts. So that is the set. Let's play with the pieces and parts here. Put the chicken out here, and I'll just stamp them and show you how they look. I have some of KP's Moonlight Tint and Hue Duo ink pads. And basically what they are is there's white and there's a color. And you can use the white to lighten the color, or you can stamp the white by itself. And then when they get, when the color gets all transferred onto the white, you just take a wet paper towel and you can wipe it right off the surface. These are great color combinations with the white. So let's start off by just stamping the little guys with some single color. So one thing that KP taught me is that it's easier to take the pad and stamp it and press it onto the stamp than to try to line the stamp up in the pad. So you just use it to dab. And then with the white here, if I just wanted to make his head lighter, unless my pad is a little dried out, which it could be, there we go. So I'm adding a little white just right to his head. And then I will stamp him. And he's foam, so you can press him and he smushes down to the paper. Oh my God, look at how cute that is. And sometimes the second prints are even nicer because they're lighter and softer. So, oh my goodness, how adorable. So that's the first chick. Then the next one, let's look at that with, and I love how KP, she flipped my designs. So, you know, there's 2 facing this way, and 1 facing that way. And she also flipped the designs so the rooster and the chicken fit together nicely. So like I said, I really just love working with her because she takes my stuff and just makes it even that much better with her experience as a stamp maker. So here's the yellow. This one is, in case you're interested, the first one is Bright Sky and Moonlight White. And this one is yellow and Sunshine Yellow and Moonlight White. So I'm going to stick with the yellow here. Stamp that little guy. And then I'm going to take the white and let's make his little tail tip just white. And then again, the first stamp is real dark. The second one is even lighter. And then the third one. And you can see his little light tail there. Adorable. Look at that. So much fun. Okay, so the next pad that I'm using, this is called Galactic Green and Moonlight White. So this is a nice bright green, and we're going to use that for the third little chick. This is the big guy. So I'm just going to stamp him first with the solid green. And then I'll just take the white and make his head lighter. And maybe his feet. And then I'm going to stamp him right here. Oh, that's a great color. That vibrant green. So there's the second one. And the polka dots are so much fun. And the third one. So that's the chicks. They're adorable. They would be great embellishments on all kinds of things. Not to mention, you could use them to make patterns on collage paper. Also, one thing that I have seen people do is to stamp these and then cut them out and then colorize them even more. So you could add colored pencil or Posca pen to color in these a little bit more, and then you can cut them out and put them into art journals, glue them into art journals. I think that would be super fun with any of these. So you can go into embellishing these once you stamp them. You could also just stamp them in black and add color. In a way, I think that would be kind of interesting. I've got this big archival ink black stamp pad. And archival ink is going to be permanent, so you can use water media with this, and it's not going to smear. So there's something to be said for stamping them in black and then adding the color on the paper with various art materials. So you're going to see that I'm going to keep stamping this until there's no more ink coming off, because you need to clean archival ink off the surface of your stamps because it is waterproof, it is oil based. So the best way that I know how to clean it is to just keep stamping it until nothing else transfers. And that takes a little bit of a while. Let's do that, some of them here. But and then you can also wipe it with a baby wipe. Okay, so that right there would be lovely colored in with some Posca pens or watercolor or any art medium that you have to add color. So there's definitely something to be said for them in black and white. The next one is going to be the medium solid rooster and chicken set. So let's do this. Let's do her in blue. And again, you can add color to the stamp with other inking materials other than the stamp pad. You could use all kinds of different things to add color in selective areas on this and then stamp it. They work wonderful with watercolors, like I said, with Derwent Inktense sticks, with water-soluble graphite. There's a lot of different ways you can add color to the surface of it and then stamp it. KP is a master at that because she does a lot of watercolor from her stamps. So look at that. Oh my goodness. So adorable. And then the rooster, do him in a dark green. This one I haven't used yet. This is Moonlight White and Space Moss. And I could do his tail, just his tail feathers in this dark green. And then take the lighter green and maybe do the rest of him. Okay, and stamp. Wow, that looks great. Two-tone. So he was big enough to just get the two-tone in there. Very fun. Look at that. They are so adorable. I love these. So yeah, you can add color selectively with different mediums, but also with the ink pad, the stamp pad. And if you have the Tim Holtz, the mini archival ink pads, you can add the color even more specifically with those because they're very small ink pads. So Let's press the excess off of him, and let's press the excess off of her. You want to just keep pressing them until they don't transfer anymore, and then you could even give them a light scrub with a baby wipe. But I find that if you just mostly press it all off, that's the best way. Okay, so how fun are those? And the chicks so far. All right, so saving the fun for last, let's see how the rooster works out in the pieces and parts. So you have to be good at a puzzle to sort of stamp the whole thing together. So I'm going to start with the body. And again, KP is the master at this. She's already done the stamped artwork for my website, and it looks amazing. So she's working with more colors of stamp pads than I am. I'm a little limited in my colors here, but let's see. Let's make this blue. And then I'm going to make the feathers at the top of his head lighter. So we'll start with this. Hopefully we got enough room on the page for all the pieces and parts. The tail is big, so let's put it over here. Could have done it horizontally. That might have made more sense. Okay, so there's the body. And the next thing is going to be the wing. Is going to go in here like this, I think. Let's see. Let's use this guy as our model. Okay, so I'm going to make this in the blue, but I'm also going to stamp some of this green on it. See what we get with that, and line that right up in here and stamp. So that looks like fun, the polka dotted wing. So now we have the tail. So it's over here, and it should go, it fits into the point. So somewhere like this. It is like a puzzle. And then that way, this feather will be at the top. So when you get yours, you may want to go to my website and look at the photos of how they stamp, just so that you can figure it out for the first couple of times. So here's the yellow, because I need help figuring it out, and I designed them, but it's like a puzzle. So here's the yellow, and I'm going to do it lighter over here. And then let's do a green on this top one, on the feathery one. So we'll put the green on there. And now this goes here. So I may have that wing in a little far, but it doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. Woo, look at that tail. That's fun. I missed getting ink a little bit down in these two, so it's a little open, but you can always draw that in. That's the fun part about it, is the drawing and the embellishing. So here's the rooster's top of his head, which goes this way. And I'm going to put that in yellow. So I'm going to get that all inked up and set it where I want it. There's no rule that says you have to put it exactly where I put it. And this piece would be a fun piece to stamp separately, wouldn't it? It has sort of a Matisse paper cut feel to it. And then lastly, we have the legs. So we're going to put the little feet down here, and I'm also going to make those yellow with a little white. And those are going to fit right down in here somewhere. And you'll just have to tweak this and get good at it. But look at that. That is so cute. I just love it. And again, I love the pieces and parts for creating different colors within this stamp and also using them as separate stamps to embellish painting paper. So that is the large rooster pieces and parts. And the next, the last one that I'll show you is the chicken. So again, I'm going to use either my printout or the little stamp, or you can look on my website for the stamp to make sure you have it all lined up correctly, or just play with it a little bit until you get the hang of it. So on this one, I'm going to start again with the chicken body. So let's do that in yellow. And what I like about this two-tone stamp pad is we could kind of give it an ombre, a soft blend. And we'll put her right here. So there's the body, getting from dark going down to light, which is kind of nice. And then her top of her head, let's make sure I've got all her pieces and parts here and here. So the top of her head I'm going to make with the blue, and that's gonna go either way you want. So let's just do that. This is one that's small enough that we could probably just do like that. And we're gonna put that right up here. I love that so much. All right, I'm gonna do this in the bottom in a light blue. Okay, so that, I'm using this as my reference. The flat part is on the bottom and this tucks in, but I don't know exactly where. So before I do that, let's do the tail, because I think that lines up in here like this. So let's do that in green. I think that'll help us line up. Okay, so we'll put the green just like that. And then we should know right where to put the tail. Oh my goodness, that's adorable. And it picks up the polka dotted pattern of the little ones. Two different kind of polka dots on the little ones. So that's kind of fun. And then this one now should go right in here like that. There we go. And then we have the feet. Let's make the feet dark green. If I can find the dark green pad, here it is. So we'll make those a little darker and put them right down here, right like that. Oh, that is dark. And then we've got the wing that goes out here. So let's do that in the light green. So that's gonna come right here. And then we've got the little curly Q that comes out the tail right up here. So there is the rooster, the chicken, and she's a great combo with the rooster. Look at that. Tons of fun with these. So the pieces and parts, the single ones that you can still apply color to them in different places and get a similar effect to the pieces and parts. It's just that you don't have the little pieces to use as separate elements, but these are adorable on their own. And then we've got the baby chicks. So thanks for being here. That's my big announcement, my brand new line of ArtFoamies stamps. They are going to be on sale on 15% off through September 1st.